Welcome back. I go by Chanel, the It Girl, your intuitive therapist. Thank you again for joining me for another video. Thank you to all those liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting down below, hitting the algorithm up for your girl. I appreciate you. I hope it's not going to be too windy, y'all. Y'all see I'm right by the water. It's my favorite place to be at, especially to do readings. I just feel so connected and I get really great intuitive downloads when I am close to the water. So I'm really excited about what's about to be said. What do we need to know? What's good? What's tea? What's popping? So without further ado, let's get right into the pile selection and I'll see you there. Peace. Pile one, let's go. All right, pile one. So the first thing that I'm getting is very meticulous, okay? I'm getting very much into the details. It's giving Virgo vibes, okay? Cause before I could even start doing this pile, I started thinking about everything else. Like, hold on, I gotta make sure this, I gotta make sure that, and oh my gosh, what about this? And oh my gosh, what about that, right? I almost like went to the ground, like to the grounded area, not to the dock. I almost was like, no, I'm just scared, right? So this may be my pile that is very particular and methodical, but also cautious, okay? I see patience here in the reverse as I look down, so that's something to think about. Maybe my impatient pile. You know, you may wait on things too long, like it's given analysis paralysis, like you should be doing something that you're not doing because you keep nitpicking at it. Okay, you keep picking at the same thing, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. I just looked over here and it says barely awake. That's the name of the boat. So it could be given that you're sleeping on yourself. You're sleeping on the things that you're supposed to be doing because you're too much into the particulars. Everything got to be perfect. Oh my gosh, what about this? Oh my gosh, what about that? You know, that's what that energy is given. So, all right, what do you need to know? Eight of Swords in reverse. I love this because this is like coming out of that energy. So that's what you need to know, is that although you're giving this energy right now, you're working your way into coming out of that, or at least that's what you need to know. Or what you need to know is for you to for the things to come into fruition like you really want to, you need to get out of that energy. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Two of coins in reverse. So that is Capricorn energy. We got more Capricorn energy. Are all these in reverse? Oops. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to take that into consideration. Let me flip these up right then. Capricorn energy. Let's see what else. Leo energy. Yeah, so it's giving stubborn energy. With Saturn here, right? These are things that like take a long time. The Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you have new opportunities, you have new things coming. And not only new things, like things that are coming back. It's giving renewal energy. You have the ability to adapt and change and to take action on the things that you really want to, if you would get out of this energy of entrapment and bondage. Okay. Limitations, restrictions. So there may be limitations, restrictions that are coming up. However, if you are able to adapt to the changes, 333 on the clock, as I said that, then you would have a new sense of growth. For some, this could be like a spiritual awakening. You could be coming into your spiritual gifts. For some, you could be coming into new relationships. And for some, it is really giving, it's time to balance out your priorities. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna just say that it's time to put your priorities, get your priorities in check. Okay. Really think about the things that you want to bring into fruition, the things that you love, the things that set you on fire, the things that you really want to take action to. It's time to start putting that into priority. Adapting to the changes that happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's not worry about what it feels like anymore. That's not what's going to get you to the next level. What's going to get you to the next level is moving beyond what it feels like, learning how to, I call it, self-regulate 444 on the clock before you communicate. So that may be communication with others, as far as your boss, your clientele, your romantic relationships, your family. Learn how to work things out within yourself, get balanced within yourself before you then move things forward, because the imbalance that you're having, the barely awake, the wishy-washy, or not the wishy-washiness, the off-kilterness that you're having, balance that out within yourself, self-regulate that first, and you'll be able to take action in a way that is going to actually be fruitful for you. Okay, because with this Scorpio energy here, it is really giving that you have the ability to that's what I'm getting here. Okay, ride with me for a second. With the Scorpio energy, this is sometimes being afraid of intimacy. So who are you afraid to be intimate with? Sometimes that's 555 on the clock. Sometimes that's with self. Sometimes that is with others. Really being vulnerable and telling people what you need, what you want, what you desire. Okay. Yes, Page of Wands right behind that. That's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. So yeah, it is time to expand and move forward and really get into this spirit of extrovertness, energeticness. It's time to explore, use your imagination, get out of the same old thing. Okay, that is what you need to know. What you need to know is it is okay to move beyond what it feels like and do the things that you're supposed to be doing. I feel like I keep saying the same thing. Hold on, let me get some more energy. Also, this could be, I think I said that too, but this could be also not just things that you want to go after as far as like jobs and careers and whatever else you're thinking about, like passion projects. Just could be relationships too. 1717 on the clock, as I said that. Yeah, Tower moment. So, okay. More Scorpio energy with the 9 of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck. So what y'all also need to know is that you out here looking good. Okay, you're out here looking like the what they call that, the most eligible bachelor or bachelorette. You're out here doing your thing. Okay, you're out here giving what it's supposed to be giving. And this energy, this may have come out of nowhere, or you could be now exuding this energy and it came out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? It's given like an unexpected glow up, level up. That's what you need to know too. If you're not feeling like you're in this energy, then this unexpected change of a luxurious lifestyle, your money coming up, you flourishing, possible investments, okay? Inheritances could be coming through, okay? Independence, and then also rewards for your efforts too. So what I love this. What you need to know is, if you adapt to the changes of life, move beyond what it feels like, stick fast, steadfast at your goals, whether that's romantic, whether that is a passion project, whether that is financial, whatever the goal is, whatever the thing is that you really want to take action on, stick and stay, and out of nowhere, boom, it's going pop. Period. I'm gonna just leave that there. I love that for y'all. Let's get an affirmation to close that out, because I just feel like I'm complete there. And with this patience here in reverse, it's really given be patient with it. Stick and stay with it. You're not being patient right now. You just want it, you just want that microwave, honey. You ever cook a steak in a microwave? That thing tough, okay? We need that thing, okay, marinating. We need that thing slowly, okay? And not even a steak, let's just say a roast, okay? You can't cook a roast in a microwave and expect that thing to be tender. We got to put that in the slow cooker. We got to put that on 350, 250, okay, all day, okay? Let that thing sit. Don't rush it. Don't try to rush things. Just be consistent. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. I love this for y'all. I'm sweating, and not only because, the sun's out, I'm just, the channels is channeling. I see the vulture here. Oh my gosh, there is, y'all. This is the energy of making making something out of nothing. Okay. I said I was going to stop, but I feel like there's so much that spirit is trying to tell you. That's what I'm getting. There's so much that spirit is trying to tell you. It's giving tap in, it's giving meditate, it's giving it's really giving ground yourself first. And for some, it may be grounding yourself to hear where it is that you need to go for the next move, if that makes sense. So getting closer to spirit, to God, to universe, whatever you resonate with, so that you can feel confident in staying steadfast through the changes. Ooh, I will create the life I've always wanted. 11:22 on the clock, period. Your reality is yours. Stop wasting your time looking at someone else's reality while doing nothing about yours. Steve Harvey. All right, y'all. I'm going to close that out here. Let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl. Help your girl reach a 1K. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Pal 2, let's go. All right, Pal 2 with the remote, okay? I heard controller. And what's crazy is I look down and the Drake, affirmation is up here. So let me just read this. That is funny. Ooh, I love this. I have a bright future ahead of me. Sometimes you hear the speedboat, isn't that the... Yeah, that's the, what you call that? A jet ski. Yeah, fast. It's coming fast. Yes, y'all. And it's a family on there. Okay, that's cute. So for some, what's coming and what you need to know is that your family is going to be okay. That if you want to reunite with your family, it's going to be okay. If there's a reconciliation that needs to happen with your family, it is going to be okay. Things are going to work out in a way that's best for you guys, in your favor. For some, that is a reconciliation. For some, that a reconciliation doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are getting back together, but there could be a way that you guys figure out a way to co-parent, make things work, okay? That's what you need to know. It's coming faster than what you expected. Yeah. So let me read this. I have a bright future ahead of me. Sometimes it's the journey that teaches you a lot about your destination. Drake, okay? And it also says, I'm looking down and it says, move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, or it's over. Interesting. So for some, it is time to close the door on a reconciliation that you look every time I go to, yo, for some, it really is a reconciliation with family. Like, because it's a mom, a son, or a mom, a dad, and a child. At least that's what I'm getting from it. It could, like, look, that's what we just going to say, okay? Oh, cute. They coming around again. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. All right. For some, it is time to move on. It may be, it's given that you thought that things were going to work out in one way and it didn't, or it's not, and you may be holding on to a situation that is no longer bearing the fruit it that you need for it to like flourish. Like, you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, four swords. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Four swords here on the bottom of the deck. Okay. It's given heal. It's given give it time. It's given meditation, contemplation, taking some time out. Okay. Sometimes this is also about coming to the realization of a hard truth. Okay. All right. I got a lot of different messages. So a lot of people may have a lot of people may choose pile 2. All right. What do you need to know, pile 2? I'm being careful with my cards too, because this wind is kind of picking up, y'all. That's why I'm only using this deck too. If I had to choose a deck that a card would go into the water, it would be this deck. All right, pile 2, what do you need to know? I heard it is time to let go of some things, looking at what's no longer valuable and just learning how to let it go. Yeah. Ooh. Pisces energy here, moon in reverse. Yeah, what? And then as I was about to keep, oh yeah, y'all. 2 of Cups here with the Emperor. Yeah, for some, it's time to let go of a relationship that does not have the clarity, or there is clarity that is coming to a relationship that there was like a lot of tension, a lot of disagreements. There may have been miscommunication. You guys may be saying the same thing, but just in different ways. For some, you need to know that there will be competition for you. Okay. Some people going to be starting to fight over you. Okay. For some, there could be conversations about the trajectory of a relationship. And it could be a tense conversation, a hard conversation, or like I was starting to say, you guys could be saying the same thing, but just in 2 different ways. And there's a need to like, oh shit, there's a need to like slow down and really get to the bottom of what you guys really want, desire. Yeah, with the Lovers card. Yeah, I really don't want to make this just all about a relationship, because I want to make it more general than this. So so here's what I'm going to do, right? If you know that you're not in a relationship, take the message and just take the relationship part out of it. Does that make sense? Just don't put the love in there. So this could work towards a partnership, right? Any partnership. It doesn't matter if it's romantic, familial, work, or not. Okay. So let's just say that there. So if this is a partnership, or excuse me, let me back up. Let me slow down. That's what this is given. Slow down, back up, and I'm starting to yell. Like, why am I yelling? And I got a whole microphone on. This could be the energy too, that you guys may be wanting to say things and yell and get your point across, and I gotta say this and I gotta do it like this, and it's like, whoa, hold on. I was telling pile 1, self-regulate before you communicate. Let's not get yourself up in arms, okay, and then try to have a conversation that's not going to give cohesiveness. Because with this 5 of Wands here, Oh, snap. I ain't even say the signs, y'all. Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Gemini. More Pisces energy. With this watery energy, it's almost overtaking the whole reading here. That's why oh my gosh, I keep going all over the place, y'all. And my Mercury is in Pisces. So it's just really taking me under. Give me a second. That's what I feel like you need to know. Before you go to have conversations with people, try to work things out with people, try to collab with people, take a step back, because it's feeling like there's a lot of ego battles, there's a lot of miscommunication, but it feels like you guys are saying the same things, but just in different ways. So there could be a potential for things to go really well for you guys, for there to be a harmonious partnership, reconciliation, conversation, whatever the thing is. It could be harmonious. However, if you guys are giving ego on both sides, it's not going to give what it's supposed to give. No wonder why I was getting that family. Remember? And I was saying, oh yeah, it could be a reconciliation. It could come out fast. It could be fast. Or some of you guys could be trying to move too fast. Okay? For some, you're holding on to the fact that there are secrets, secret resentments, secret relationships, secret partnerships, and it's really burdening you guys, and there's a need to let go of that, to move on from that. Oh, remember I said that? Moving on. Yeah, this pile is all about letting go and moving on, and because you really do have a bright future ahead of you. It's not about it's about the journey, right? It's not about the destination. So stop trying to go somewhere really fast, slow down, and get into the details. Stop trying to control everything. That's what you need to know. That is how you're going to bring harmony and balance to your relationships. That's how you're going to be able to resolve this anxiety, fear, have these self-realizations where you just take a step back, okay? Yeah, because what's going on is there, first, for somebody, y'all need to know this. There could be a way to make money in a way that's non-traditional, that would do really well. Like it would actually take off really quickly. Some of you guys need to know that. For some, you guys are holding on to a family like dispute, like, or just a financial dispute, for some, you're just having fleeting successes. Okay. And the reason is because you're trying to control everything. You're moving too fast. You're having these ego battles. You're having these arguments. You're not seeing yourself. You're not seeing yourself. This is because of an inability to realize the part that you play in the demise of these relationships, and the tension of the relationships, and the conflict of the relationships. Let me just leave that there. Let me get another affirmation. Actually, let me get this card to move on. I'm going to pull from this oracle deck, and I just saw 11:44 on the clock, so I am going to close it out like that. Water sign: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, or sorry, I said Aries. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries season, very important. And challenges on the bottom of the deck. Make a decision, work on inner healing. I said what I said, 12:12 on the clock. This is about you working on you to have better relationships. Yeah, I said what I said. I know that's hard to hear. People come to therapy and they be like, oh, it's everybody else. Well, not everybody. Let me just say, people come to couples therapy, okay? When people come to couples therapy, they swear it's the other person. Baby, I ain't on nobody's side. When you come to couples therapy, the only side I'm on is the relationship. Okay, so I'm gonna call both parties out, and that's what it's given. Can you call yourself out and stop pointing the fingers at other people? All right, so I am going to leave that there. And I see here, I always hold my head high. I love that for you guys. I'm going to really leave that here and say thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how this resonates in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl, and I will see you in the next one. Help me reach 1K. Bye. Poultry, let go. All right, Poultry. I heard listen to the song here in my heart. A song that something, but I can't complete. Something, a song that I start, but I can't complete. Listen. That's off the soundtrack of what's that movie? Dreamgirls. So for some, I heard your career is taking off. For some, it is time for you to take some time out to listen to the song within your heart, okay? Stop trying. It's given, come back to self. Stop trying to, it's too much noise. Okay, in my other pals, there was a lot of noise, 111 on the clock that was going on. But as soon as I stepped into your pal, you hear that? Nothing but nature. It's giving, get out in nature. It's giving, connect back with yourself, with your true desires. I see water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces may be really important. That season may be really important. You could be these signs. Gemini energy here, Cancer energy here, Pisces energy here, Libra energy here, Virgo energy. What you need to know. For some, things are not as, like, for some, you're not getting to the place that you really want to be because you're not really putting in the work. You may be feeling not motivated to take care of yourself, take care of your needs, to put in the real emotional work to really nurture yourself. It's given that you're tired of nurturing yourself. You're tired of being a bigger person. You're tired of you're just tired. That's at the back of the deck. Page of Wands. Yep. Because subconsciously you really want to be this, energetic, outgoing, extroverted person. You really do have these bright ideas, this cheerfulness. You really do want to be open. However, it's giving that you're tired. It's giving that you don't have the ambition anymore. It's giving that your activity, the work that you're putting in, could be misdirected, misguided. You could be putting your energy into the wrong things, and that would make sense. You are putting your energy into the wrong things. You need to start putting your energy back into yourself. That's what this is giving here. It's giving that when I have sessions with my clients, individual sessions, they usually come to me about, my relationships are not going well, whether that's work, whether that's, whatever it is. And I always start with, okay, how does the relationship with yourself look? And they're always a little perplexed. And I start getting into how the relationship that we have with ourselves reflect the relationships and the quality and the depth of the relationships that we're having with other people. And that's what this is giving. The quality of the relationships that you're having with other people, or the success that you're having, that you're putting in for 4 on the clock, is not going well because you're neglecting the relationship that you have with yourself. Remember, I said, listen. That's the first thing I said, to the song within your heart. So it's yourself saying, hello, can you hear me? I'm still here. I need you. That's what yourself is saying. And if you don't resonate with it being about yourself, then just take the energy as it resonates and put this in to relationships then. Are you being really nurturing to these relationships? Are you really emotionally diving into these relationships? Are you sitting with people? Are you contemplating? Are you having emotionally in-depth conversations? And the reason why I keep saying emotionally is because most of these cards that I'm seeing here are cups. Okay, they deal with the emotions. With this 8 of cups here in the middle of the spread here, it's saying that there's an emotional abandonment that's going on. So is this an emotional abandonment of yourself, or is it the emotional abandonment of other relationships, right? And like I said, it could be because you guys are the emotional abandonment that you have with yourself or your work relationships, whatever it is, the abandonment could honestly be because you're abandoning yourself. Because with the 4 of swords, like at the end of my deck, it's saying that you do need to rest, you do need to contemplate, you do need to meditate. So the first thing that I said was listen. Okay, I'm going back to that because I don't think some of y'all believe it. It's like, no, I am doing the work. Are you really? Because the 8 of coins is here in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's the overarching energy here, is that the work is not being put in. So can we be accountable? Can we have a hard conversation with self? Yeah, what's behind the 8 of coins in reverse is the 5 of wands, conflict, tension, lack of cooperation, tension, dealing with opposition. Where's the opposition in your life? I'm going to leave that there. I really don't have anything else to say. That's what you need to know. And to overcome that is a need to nurture. So put the energy where it resonates. Nurture the relationships that you have around you. Nurture yourself emotionally. And that's where you need to start. Let's just say that. I ain't even going to say, oh, what it's going to be and all that stuff. That's where it needs to start. Because look, water sign, I see it again. Water sign, emotions. Okay. Scorpio, a sign of emotional, sometimes emotional fear, fear of intimacy. Let's see what comes out here. Communicate is what it says. Compromise, forgive, work it out. I said what I said. And divorce, experiencing a breakup. So take that energy as it resonates, y'all. I said what I said, okay? Let's get an affirmation to close this out. I love and respect myself. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King Jr. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this here. Let me know how this resonates in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl. Help your girl reach 1K, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Power 4? Let's go, Power 4. All right. So when I was channeling in, the first thing I heard, especially with this doc rocking, okay, because it ain't even nothing out here that gives this water should be moving like that, okay? So I heard recharge, especially because this is the base of a charger. But I also heard rock the boat, rock the boat. It's giving that things are a little turbulent right now, okay? It's giving rest, rejuvenate. A lot of these pals is giving that, and it does make sense because I am recording this in the shadow period of a retrograde, and retrogrades are all about the rejuvenate, reassess, realign. Okay, so that could be really important. Yep, judgment card here on the bottom of the deck. Okay, reflection, inner calling, emperor card here. When I saw it, I split the deck. So this could be towards the things that are really important to you. It could be about you stepping into the role of the leader of your life, okay, and really taking over that. For some, this is with a father figure. For some, you may have messages in another pile, because I keep hearing something that I said in another pile. 3 of Cups. Yeah, for some this is about a reconciliation. For some it is just time to have fun, celebrate. You know, sometimes when we are on the path to success, to stabilizing our life in a way that is fruitful, we can forget to celebrate the wins along the way, and that's important. In one of my sessions yesterday with a family, I was telling the parents they're not together anymore. They're actually co-parenting, and it's and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. From what I can see, it is, okay, because they both came to me with the concern of their child, okay, and they are willing to do whatever they need to do to make sure that their child is successful, right? And so I commended them on that, because they do have a chance. They do have a choice for it to look differently. And so I said, yeah, I am commending you guys on doing what you're supposed to do. I don't care how silly that sounds. Yes, you're doing a great job. You guys are great parents. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe there is a need for you to commend yourself for doing what some may say you're supposed to do. Okay, some you just need to take a break, okay? Recharge. And the recharge may be the celebration, okay? The recharge may be having fun. Pisces energy here. Yeah, some of you guys are feeling really unlucky. Feeling like there's a loss of control. Ace of Swords. I said what I said. Aquarius energy, Libra energy, Gemini energy. I'm not going to take that, but I see it. Libra energy. Justice card. Yeah, for some you guys are just feeling like you're not getting your just due, like things are just not working out in your favor. For some you feel like you have like bad karma or bad luck. King of Pentacles. This could be about, King of Pentacles. This could be about a relationship that you thought was going to be successful, and it's not. For some, this could be your finances, like wealth, prosperity. You could be feeling like you're on the downslope of that, if that makes sense. Like it feels like things are not going in your favor. You don't feel like you are able to have success and prosperity. Yes, Empress card here on the bottom of the deck, but I'm here to tell you it's a lie. Okay. Everything that you're feeling is a lie. It's like, no, okay, let me not be so dramatic. So what I mean by that, the truth of the situation is that yes, 4 on the clock, you may be on the downside of things right now. I'm not going to invalidate that. However, the tables will turn. Things are turning. And what's going to help turn that is that recharge, that reset. Start celebrating yourself. Start really speaking the truth of things and stop looking at how it feels, right? Because my clients that I was telling you about, they said like, look, my kid is overall, she's a great kid. However, like I'm frustrated. These things are just happening. And they went to go on into this whole big thing. Right. And I have individual sessions with the girl, too. She's 13 and she told me that some of her issues with her parents is like they be harping on the same stuff. Like, yo, we talked about that. Like, you just keep like you just bringing this up out of nowhere. Dad, mom, I'm about to go to school and you talking about what done happened last week. Like, daggone. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was also talking 5 on the clock to another parent about, or was it them? Anyway, I was having this conversation about how looking at the problem and keep focusing on the problem does not create solutions. I don't know why we think that is as a people. And I'm calling myself out. I've done it. I've been so knee deep in a problem that I can't back up and see something different, but I'm expecting the solution to pop out of focusing on the problem. It ain't giving that. It's not giving that. But what I can tell you it's giving is success and fertility and prosperity and new things coming into fruition and things like really prospering here. Okay, because we have the Empress card here on the bottom of the deck. You can't see it. You don't know the truth of it. Because you are continuing to look at things that are not going well, okay? You may be having suppressed emotions, okay? The suppressed emotions are plaguing your mind of the truth. Because the truth, baby, is that you're the Empress. And yes, it took some time to get there. Okay, or it's going to take some time to get there. So instead of just throwing it all up at the wind because it doesn't look like what you think it should look like, recharge and take a step back because things will start to turn in your favor. You will start to gain clarity when you take a break. Yes. Queen of Wands here on the bottom at the subconscious energy. Subconsciously, you are determined and confident and can attract things into your life effortlessly. 8:08 on the clock, as I said that. And the fact that things are a little turbulent and might not be going that way or may not be feeling like that is scary. And I understand that. However, I said what I said. Okay, so if you forgot, just rewind. Okay, because I ain't going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, let's get another. Let's get these oracle cards. Let's see what comes out. Manifest, baby. And it came out in reverse. So like I said, you could be feeling like you're not manifesting. But when I picked it up, it was in the upright. Okay, period. Tell the universe exactly what you want. And you cannot tell the universe exactly what you want if you're leading the conversation with your emotions. Okay, because your emotional state is a little shaky right now. It's a little rocky. Okay, so take some time out, recharge, and then tell the universe what you want. That will help you manifest as well. Communicate, exactly. Compromise, forgive, work it out. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have open up your hearts. It will help you attract more love, and not only more love, but more success, more of the things that you really want to go forward. All right, y'all. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. I got to get back up there to my baby cakes, my old lady. House sitting this older dog. She's my baby. This is my baby. I love her so much. Okay, we got 2 affirmations. Ugh, I cannot make this up, y'all. I have a bright future ahead of me, because you do. You do. Sometimes it's the journey that teaches you a lot about your destination, Drake. You may also have other messages in another pile, and I see this other affirmation, so I'm gonna read this after. I can become anything I put my mind to. Exactly. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then, excuse me, let me read that again. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Muhammad Ali. I carry myself with poise and confidence. Not only do we live amongst the stars live within us. Neil deGrasse Tyson. All right, guys, that has been your reading. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl. Help your girl reach 1K. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.